Well, no opening screen. Whatever. Welcome to Wasteland 2, Director's Cut. So, this is the game that I've been thinking about playing. Basically, it's like, a sequel to an old game called Wasteland. And that game, Wasteland, was basically the predecessor to, I don't know, a whole lot of games like Fallout and stuff like that. You know, a whole lot of genres and such. Nothing important. But anyhow, I figured I'll basically jump into it, basically see what the game's all about.
Once again, in the glow of the atom.
Alright, do you want to start the game with a default Ranger squad or create your own squad? Well, of course, let's do a default squad. Alright, so basically, something about this game is that you basically have like a squad of like guys. And something else that you basically know about these guys is that you can basically customize them and basically change how you basically want them to play. So in here, here's like pills. You can set their gender, how they look and stuff. Let's go with that for the appearance here. I'll change the portrait here to what? Let's go with actually, let's go with this one. It's going to change her hair to be purple, perhaps. There we go. That works. So you can also see other stuff here. So smokes, none. Bones, coffin, nails, nickel pops, none. Red rooster, sticks. You have the relations, so you can see none, Sikh, Muslim, Mormon, Jewish, Indigenous, Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, atheist. I assume all this stuff has, some sort of effect or not. We'll see. There's ethnicity, so the various ethnicities of people. So Pills learned her trade working in a brothel near the old prison, healing pox joy girls and stitching up drunks after nighty bar brawls. She's good with needle, but sometimes likes the taste of her own medicine. So common skills. Common skills be able to increase your proficiency with different weapons. They affect stats like your chance to hit and critical chance. I'll note I've never actually played this game, so I have no idea how important certain stats are or certain skills. But basically, as you can see, there's a whole vast amount of skills in this game that you basically use and level up. If you play games like I don't know, any game that basically has in-depth skills, this is what this game's gonna be all about. Fallout, as you probably know, will have lots of these skills, skills in handguns. So basically, see she's training handguns there a little bit, stuff like that. So you can get a Kirk here if you want. So let's hear. Some of these have drawbacks, I guess, but not sure what they all have. So animal husbandry, basically bonuses with animal wizard followers are 2 times good. Aesthetic is 5 skill points and 1 attribute at game start, but can equip trinket items. Asshole, hard ass dialogue option always succeed. Squad can kick ass or smart ass dialogue options. So there's the all stuff you have in here. Interesting. So obviously there's good and bad stuff to all this stuff. We'll go with no Kirk for now. Maybe there's a point to using Kirks later on, but I won't worry about that just yet. All these other guys, I have no idea what they're good for or bad for, but let's just jump in and sort of, get into this game. Alright, I think season's probably what I can go with. So it's different difficulties, rookie. The Wasteland is a dangerous place for the uninitiated. Choose the setting if you consider yourself a novice, a tenderfoot, or if this is, in fact, your first barbecue. Seasoned, if you've had some experience in the waste or place like it, you know which end of the messing can to point at the enemy. This is the setting for you. You got Ranger. If you've been around the block a few times and you think whipping your weight in the guild monitors counts as light exercise, it's probably the thing you want. And Supreme Jerk is basically, if you're already a hero of the Wasteland, have been known to make raiders pee themselves just by looking at them, this is your saying, but don't say we didn't warn you. And of course, raiders are like, if you play the Fallout games, raiders are like, the fearless like type of guys that basically run around sometimes. And if you're finding a game too tough, you can change the game's difficulty setting in the option menu at any time. So, if I need to, I can change the difficulty. That's nice. Oh, here's the cutscenes. About time we ran into a cutscene. This is kind of supposed to come after the game. Not that I, don't think that these guys deserve credit for all the work, but the only thing necessary for triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. General Vargas.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an Army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless, and I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged.
Alright, so there's the opening.
Thank you, recruits.
Alright, so a stiff, bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there's a lot of notches on the barrel. So alright, so click anywhere on or press space for intro to continue. So there's a lot of story to this game basically, and a lot of like backdrop and lore. Essentially, what's happened? There's been like nuclear attacks in like the world's like a wasteland, and people are trying to get by. Some people are like resorting to being raiders and cannibals and stuff like that. They're just like barbarians, and you're like a group of soldiers who like toughed it out, and now you're basically coming out to help. That's like the general idea, I guess. So click anywhere or press spacebar to enter continue.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
Okay. So I guess these are your options down here. Basically click to basically see out what's going on.
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal. But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Alright, so there's like a bit of details of what's going on. Let's go with duty.
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide, and Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
Hooray! Rookies!
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Well, that's disturbing.
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Alright, it's basically trying to locate the, the perpetrators who possibly killed this guy and are sending out threats to us, or to Desert Rangers.
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
Right?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Alright, and then the mission.
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission.
Alright.
Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
I'll note, by the way, that he said besides. This says sides in here. So, kind of interesting dialect, but whatever.
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map.
Hooray! I get to go for a walk.
There you go.
Very useful.
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
Cool.
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Alright, so I guess here's like, kick-ass, smart-ass, and hard-ass all the thing here. Let's go with, so I guess depending on like your character. So she's a hard ass. She is 1 point hard ass. He's a smart ass and a kiss ass. Let's go with test.
Kissing ass already, huh?
Yep.
Well, some folks in the Waste can be persuaded that way, but not everyone. I've been buttered up by the best of them, so I'm wise to those tricks. You get through our doors with deeds, not words, recruits. Good try, though.
Alright, well, that's basically it for the conversation. Let's just say goodbye.
Good luck out there, recruits.
So nobody can go over here and like pick up stuff, so here's a shovel. So here lies Ace, born a man, died a desert ranger. Yeah, here's like, you know, a map of like the area I'm in. Alright, let's see here. How do I move around? So, yeah, it's a little bit of learning here for the first episode. And like showcasing stuff and getting me immersed. Let's press M. Alright, that gives me the map. So these are my characters up here. So how do I get over here? It's basically east. I'm right here, I think, so... Guess we'll start going east, perhaps? See, I noticed that these guys, they basically will, like, they move as a group. I can select who I want to lead with, I guess. So... Hunting rifle, pistol, she's the medic. He's a sniper, I guess. She's the hard ass, and he's the negotiator. I guess we'll go up this way a little bit then. So we can't open the door just yet for us. Before you rise a pair of massive 25-foot bronze doors, now green with age and corrosion, engraved with ancient barely legible writings. They look like they've been standing since the beginning of time. Hey, look at that, I can rotate it. Cool. So, mouse click lets me rotate stuff. You can converse with him, but I don't think it's important to converse with him just yet. Let me converse with this guy. A kindly older woman in standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied kind of goods organized in crates. Aside from the clothes, she's a picture of a loving grandmother. You can swear she smells faintly of fresh baked cookies. So, Corporal Sullivan Sephors. Well, hello recruits. Welcome to Selvig Sundrays. Happy to trade whenever you like. An honor to make your acquaintance. Always nice to see new faces around here, and a pleasure to make sure that they have everything they need before they head out into the big bad world. Alright, so... Acquaintance, sure. Oh, it's not interesting. I grew up in a village near here, but I was already grandma twice over when the Desert Rangers moved into a citadel. I saw how much good the Rangers were doing, and I wasn't up to much with my children moved to our village to start their own families. It was a little unconventional for an old lady to go through basic training, but I pulled my weight and earned my star. I may not be too useful in forward operations, but I've got lots of experience keeping people well fed and well clothed. I can run a drill press with the best of them, so General Vargas has me help Sergeant Melson run the supply. I help Captain Merrick Captain in the workshop now and again. So you can help for this? Well, the essentials as tough as fun as they are, I can't just give them away for free. Believe me, I wish I could. But we keep our prices as close to cost as we can for our rangers. You can stop by for the basics whenever you're in the area, and once you get clearance and enter the Central, you'll get access to some of our more valuable goodies. You'll have to talk to Sergeant Melson about that when you get inside. So, Ranger Citadel, what about it? I do love the place nowadays. It used to be full of some cookie old birds back when I was younger. Fellows seemed worship pre-war junk, even if they didn't know what it was. And they wouldn't share none of it. Well, I shouldn't get too judgmental. I'm sure they thought they were doing right. What's General Vargas like? He's a modern day Patton. He's got a mind for strategy and knows how to make tough calls, but he's got a gentle side too. I don't plan on talking about Bear here. I click on like these other guys. So Bear, what's Sergeant Nelson like? Oh, he's a great friend and a great corps master. We'd all be eating sand and wiping with cactus flowers without him. And what's Mayor Captain like? Notice I'm talking with Cold Eye now, basically, so it's popping as Cold Eye. She's the smartest person I've ever met, bar none. She can whip up laser beams and water purification systems like I whip up pies. And what do you have to trade? Alright, so I can go in here and trade if I need to. So here's some of the stuff. Basically, I don't have any money to buy anything, I guess, at this point. Where is my money? Be nice if I could actually see where my money is, but... Oh, look, there it is, $50. So, I have a little bit of money to start off with. But I don't have to really do anything else, so... Maybe next time. So I'm Team Echo, I guess.
Hey, Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there.
So tin cans and goats usually go together. The instance are telling you that you might not want to steal this goat's next meal. Well, that's probably, you know, worth thinking about. Yeah, why not? Let's try and do it.
He headbutted you right in the butt.
Yep, saw that coming.
Did you actually think I was serious about wanting that can? I just wanted the goat to hit you in the ass.
So you guys have our mission? Man, I'm so jealous. I can't wait to get up there. Maybe they'll let us join Echo, you know, if one of you dies. And that's very possible, you know, in the future. I'm pretty sure the deaths in this game are permanent, so I might have to get new recruits when I need to. Okay, I'm down here at this point. Okay, I think that's where I want to go, to Wasteland, so... Let's travel. Gary Squad, travel to the Wasteland. All squad members will go to a new location. Yes. Alright, so Ranger Citadel. It's a radio. Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command, come in.
This is Ranger Command, come in.
Alright, that's going to speak for me, okay?
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find.
Good to know.
Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
Good to know.
It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem.
Okay. Dispatcher?
Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changing. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes.
Okay.
Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing.
Alright, so out.
10-4 Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Alright, so it basically costs you water to cross the desert, I guess. How much have I got? There's those guys' HP. So that's their inventories. Yeah, it's not like you get all the information that you need. You know, it's like no tutorial. I'm basically doing this. Everything is basically being done by, you know, looking at it. Alright, when you leave a location and enter a wasteland, the game perspective will zoom out and show you the world map. In this mode, your squad is represented by a desert ranger badge. Right-clicking will allow you to travel. Alternately, you can access the world map screen and select the location you've already discovered to travel there automatically. To enter world location world map, click on them where you are. Okay. There are a number of things you can encounter on the world map. In addition to water and radiation, you can stumble upon both friendly and enemy random encounters, which will take you to small special location to interact with characters to do battle. You may even find hidden loot caches from before the Acropolis and mysterious locations that. A good outdoorsman will be able to avoid dangerous enemies and discover new and hidden locations more easily. Alright, so. The radio. The radio is your squad's lifeline back to the headquarters. Through it, you will receive vital updates on your mission. From time to time, you may also pick up calls from our Wasteland inhabitants throughout your travels. Some which you may be able to respond to. Remember that to level up, you need to use the call button on the radio to contact headquarters and earn field promotions, provided a character has enough experience points. So I have to basically call in every so often to basically get my radio stuff done. And I want to go up here, I guess. So let's travel to it. There we go. Alright, here's my water right here. So it's going down. It looks like I'm going to automatically avoid like mountains and stuff, so even if I don't know that they're here, the game knows it for me. Alright, so combat. I can try running. We'll attack them. And we'll do my first like cool raider encounter. Alright, so you start off here. Essentially, they don't know I'm here yet. And I can try and get these guys to take positions. I guess I got two field medics here. Alright, I'll have to figure out some of this in a bit, but for now, let's just try and take out these guys. And encounter begins. So I basically have, like, you know, the ability to, like, you know, sneak up on guys and try and kill them like this. Is your turn down already? Or can you do it again? So I have much less chance to hit because he's now aware of me. Gotta watch out for that. Let's go for his torso. Whoops. I didn't actually mean to use you, but oh well. Move you over here. You already used up your AP to kill this guy, so... How do I move my guys? Or have I got no movement point space to do anything? It might be that you only have so many action point space to move your guys around, so... It might be that, like, each individual guy doesn't have movements, but rather your whole squad has movements, so... I may have used up my squad's movement just by moving her around. Yeah, I've only got one action point here left. Oh, okay, so I have to use each character individually. That's kind of stupid. I wish you could swap these guys. Oh, well. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so here's like the, you know, things here. So these guys are gonna basically get to go next. These guys. You're out of range. I go after this guy. Oops, friendly fire. So that's a thing. Gotta watch out for that, I guess. Let's go over here, view. And your turn. Oh, yeah, I missed. Cool. Another miss. Cool. Alright, so you get to go next. Let's kill this guy. So... I have best chance to hit his torso, I guess. Did I just miss? Off balance, misses a raider. Not enough AP to move anymore. Sucky. Ah, he's gonna shoot at me. Hey, he missed. Ow. Hey, cool, I got more AP. So you got a hunting rifle. She's like for range. Just one. Does that mean I have like 0% chance to hit here? I think it might have been. Alright, I can hit this guy. Possibly. There's a hit. Let's move over here. So I basically got the tactical type of idea going on with this game. Here's pills. Now, it might be I have to attack before I can basically do anything. Unfortunately. Let's do that. There goes that guy. That's it for him. Now it's in our turn right here. Oh! There's a miss. Okay, I actually want him to try and kill this guy, I think, so... There goes him. Not enough action points to do that, apparently, so... I don't know. Doesn't really matter where I run this guy, because, this guy's melee. Missed. I wonder if I have bullets and stuff I have to worry about. That'd suck. There's a kill. So there we go, kill everyone. Encounter ends. Well, let's travel. So I took a little bit of injuries there. Here's an oasis I can refill my water. There's radiation apparently over here. So radiation is a constant and a deadly threat while traveling the world map. Radiation is visible as large green clouds and denoted by a large radioactive icon. As you near an irradiated area, your Geiger counter will begin ticking. Into a radioactive area will cause your squad to gradually take damage from the radiation. Each radiation crowd in the world map has a certain rating depicting on an icon with a high rating, doing more damage more quickly. So radiation can be reduced by or eliminated with radiation suits, which are a special piece of equipment you can find. Not all radiation suits are created equal, some provide more protection than others, and throughout the game you will gain access to better radiation suits that will let you explore more radiation parts of the world. Radiation suits come as a set, and you only need one for your entire squad. Interesting. Alright. Well, I think that's actually pretty good for a first episode. I got my, my feet wet a little bit there. I had my teeth kicked in a little bit, but that's fine. We'll save this as Arizona 1. And I think that'll be it for episode 1. I'll come back and we'll see how much fire I can get. For now, take care.